Hello everyone, this is the V-Man and welcome. Once again we have a FIA race here on GT Sport. Today we'll be racing on a Lago Maggiore track, same as we did with the Group 3 cars on this week daily race B on my previous video, but here we are doing it in an opposite direction and with the Group 2 cars. So I had a practicing session for about an hour, mostly to get used to these Group 2 cars because they are very fast. So I'm familiar with this track, and mostly I was practicing just to do that, to get used to Group 2 cars. So we are going straight to the qualifying session. This is my first attempt. I went off the track in the first corner, picked a lot of dirt into my tires, and everything went south from that point on. I went off the track into a second corner then, and that was enough to realize that I'm an idiot, so I went for another try. So out lap for a second attempt was ending, and this time I did the first couple of corners better, or even pretty well. So on this attempt I was going for a good lap time. I was hoping that I can see what my pace is and maybe to adjust my driving to for another or third attempt and maybe to improve my time, but we will see how I would finish this second attempt. So going on this short straight, we are now going to the long right corner. Good for now, but no. So I clipped the grass on the outside and I spinned out. So once again back into the pits, from where I will try for a third time to finally set a decent lap time. So out lap ending, third try and action. Going into the first corner, a little bit messy, but still on the track, not crashing and burning, everything was going fine. I managed to settle down finally and to have a good lap on this third attempt, and fortunately enough I was able to finish a lap. So I did that and I set a time of 1:46.5 or 0.6, and that was enough for 7th starting position, which is not bad at all. I was pretty satisfied with that result, considering that this lap was the only lap I was able to finish. So 7th place. At this moment I'm on the 5th place, but there are still few guys who need to finish their lap, so I will be on the 7th position at the end of this qualifying session. So as the qualifying session is close to the end and it is completed, this is the good position for me. I was hoping for a good result here, just to be consistent, as I am always saying. So FIA intro will be starting soon, and we will stay silent until it ends. So, intro ended. We are now about to see how our grid looks like. We need to pay respect to first 3 guys on the grid, because of course they were able to set 3 best lap times. So this is the first guy, Hydro type. Okay, second guy is PG Gamlin, yeah, something like that. And this is a third Czech guy, I don't know his name. So this is me. And that was the grid, with of course 13 more drivers we didn't show, but they are here nevertheless. We are about to start. I was rushing to turn my TCS on 2 because we had a standing start. We don't want that massive tire spin and of course massive time lost. So lights are about to turn off. We are waiting for that. And here we go. I had a good start, decent start. I was able to sneak up to the guy in front of me on his left on the third place, and I did overbrake myself a bit here. I pushed this guy, but not much damage was done. He was still on the track and on the same position, I think. So we are continuing with the racing. We continue to race normally. First few corners are crucial. We all need to be careful, because as the saying goes, you cannot win a race in a first corner, but surely you can lose one. So we must try to drive clean and to stay away from the trouble in those first few corners, but surely we can try and to do some overtaking. But for now we are on the 5th place. That's a very good thing. Soon enough things will start to settle down, and we can start to establish our pace and to plan a strategy. I started the race on a medium tires, which were degrading really fast, so we will need to go to the pits 2 times. First time we will change the tires to hard tires, so we can have one longer stint. And on the second stop we will go on the medium tires once again to the end of the race. So we will only change the tires because the fuel wasn't an issue in this race. Consumption was only ×3, something like that. Car that we are using is that car which name is really hard to pronounce. So it's Xanavi-Nismo, something like that. I probably killed its name once again. So we are still close to the guys ahead. We are in position to race. So of course we will be waiting for our opportunity. And of course we hope that by using a slipstream from cars ahead we can build a gap from guys behind and to get away from them and to be safe on our 5th place. So as you can see, things settle down. I'm driving really good at this moment. I'm dangerous to the guy ahead in the sense that I'm really close, so he is probably watching out for me. So as you can see, from time to time he is making mistakes, so his pace was not that on point, so he was a little bit untidy. I was trying to be clean, I was trying not to push him out, so a couple of times I was lifting off so I can avoid him, not to crash into him. So that's the plan so far, or for now, just to stay close and to of course wait for opportunity. This guy in front of me was not that good with the pace, as I said already, but nevertheless he's in front of me and he's the thing that we need to try. He's the driver that we need to try to overtake soon enough, because we were losing time. And as you can see, nothing was happening until the 4th lap, where I was trying to get close to this guy. He made a little mistake, so I finally was close enough so I can maybe launch an attack, and I was starting to push a bit. So as I said, I was losing time. I wanted to make a move to get in front of him and to maybe try and to attack some other guys. But then in this corner, this is fatal corner for me, once again I went 1 or 2 pixels too much on the outside of this corner and I spinned out of the track. So I was trying as fast as I can to get back to the track. I lost 4 position. It was a silly mistake. My focus dropped for one moment in a bad place. So this is what happened because of that. But I am moving on and I will do my best to the end of the race. So we will skip now to the middle of the 5th lap. I had one more mistake here. I went off the track once again. I picked a lot of dirt into my tires and I lost 1 more position. This guy almost came from nowhere. I was looking at my rear view mirror for anybody who is behind me, so he showed up and I had a trouble to stay off his line, but fortunately we did manage to avoid each other. So this is the near end of the 5th lap. I will go to the pits at the end of this lap to change my tires. Maybe I could have gone one more lap on these tires, but nevertheless I decided to do a change at the end of this lap. So we are going into the pits, skip or changing tires to the hard one. Pit crew did the change of tires perfectly one more time, no fire, no brake legs, so good pit stop overall. Hard tires for this stint. I came back to the track on a 12th position, but still other guys need to go to the pit also, so I will probably go up a few positions when they do so. So far so good. I had that small mistake, I dropped 4 places, but I will do my best to the end of the race. I will try to be competitive, to be fast, and to save what can be saved at this moment. And once again things were settling down. I was just trying to catch up with the guys ahead, of course, as always, and to repair this damage that I did after I spun out of the track. So 6th lap, somewhere halfway through, and I was really close now to the guys ahead. They were probably battling, and as I always say, when they are battling they are losing time, and we are now able to catch up with them and to present ourselves as a danger to them. As you can see, we are coming really close, and I was on the fresher tires, and the guy ahead seemed to struggle with the pace, so I was waiting for an opportunity to attack, and it came pretty quickly, so I will be going for it, and of course I will be very careful. And as you can see, I was going onto the inside, to this next corner on the outside. He had a really bad exit here, so I managed to once again sneak up with him on his left side. We are going side by side in a couple of corners, and he had once again really bad exit here, and I was able to finish the move. So that's a good thing. I was racing finally. I didn't want it to back out of this battle, so I wanted to try to see if I can finish a move on a good manner, not to push the guy out or not to spin out myself. So that's the good thing. New thing to learn, new experience, overtaking a guy on a track. That's the good thing. So we are now on the 8th lap. I had one more opportunity to overtake, and guy ahead was having or had really good, really bad exit. So I was really close, and of course I was going for a move. I attacked, and after a short battle I managed to once more finish a move and to go up one more place. So this is the good thing. I am improving my places. For the first time I was racing 100%, and though I'm not that confident in my abilities to control a car in different situations, everything ended well, so I am satisfied with that. So we are now in the 10th lap. Guy behind me was probably on fresher tires at this moment than I am, so he was coming really close in every corner or through every corner. His corner speed was really high, so I realized that he's much faster than I am, and I didn't want it to ruin anybody's race. So I think that at some moment I was exiting the corner, and he had, as I said, really good exiting corner, much faster than I had, and he went through. I think I lifted off a bit so I can let him through, because he had a fresher tires and there was no content in this moment. So there was no contest, sorry, in this moment, and I was letting him through. So on the 8th place, I went one place up, I think, because one guy in front of me went to the pit. So that's the moment when we were changing our positions. I went from 9th to 8th place, or to 7th, something like that. And this guy was the guy who, in front of me, who was changing his tires. He is now really fast, and I was letting him through. So this was really strange. I was letting this guy through also because I thought that he was on the fresh tires, but no, he went into the pits into the next lap. So I don't know what I did there, but nevertheless I'm going into the 2nd pit stop, where I will be changing my tires from hard to medium once again, and we are having only 4 laps until the end. So I hope I can be really fast and consistent once again, so I can finish my race on maybe some better position. So this is 13th lap. Guy in front of me probably was on older tires. He was struggling and I was catching up with him really fast. So I had one more opportunity to battle for a place, and I did just that. The driver in front of me, he made a mistake going out of the first corner, so I came really close to him, and while we were exiting this corner I wasn't sure if I nudged him, but then I saw this SR down mark, and then I knew I did nudge him and decided to lift off in the next corner, letting him through, so we can have a proper battle without nudging and pushing. So this is soon enough he looked like he's out of the pace, and I was able to overtake his position cleanly. So you will see that he went in front of me. He was having a really bad line here, and he of course made a mistake. He went oversteering, and I finished this move. So 9th position for me, 2 places down from a starting position, and 4 places down after that mistake I made from 5th place. So at this moment he was guy behind me was close, but that was it from him. I wasn't seeing him in my rear mirror until the end of the race anymore. So 15th and the final lap, interesting race. I think a lot of things happened. I could have done more. I made a mistake, but so far so good. I'm my biggest enemy. Still need to build that consistency, and when I do that I will have better result. I at least hope so. So we are about to cross the finishing line, and this was at the end a good race, very interesting one. So that's it for today. If you liked the video, click the like button. If you would like to watch or to listen some more, please do subscribe. Turn your notifications on. I will upload a video every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. At least that's the plan. So thanks for watching. See you next time. The V-Man is out.